Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. What a week, we only tipped 4 out of 8 in a week full of upsets, controversy and close games. Not much I can say about the Dogs and Broncos getting up, but I think Manly would have bested Souths, but the red card gave them no chance. Kicking off round 9, the Bunnies host the Broncos. Both sides are coming off the back of wins and both will fancy their chances here. Brisbane have already beaten Souths this year in a low-scoring affair, and should be pumped up having beaten Cronulla last week. However, Souths have won 3 in a row against Brisbane in Sydney, and I think they'll sneak a win again at home. Friday footy gets underway with the Canberra Faders taking on Canterbury. The Faders somehow lost to the Warriors last week and are desperate for a win, while the Bulldogs defeated a lackluster Roosters side and will be full of confidence. However, the Faders have a good record against the Dogs, and if they fix their handling errors and play for 80 minutes, I think they can best the Dogs in Canberra. Finally on Friday, the Eels take on the Panthers in Penrith. The Eels suffered a heavy defeat to North Queensland in Darwin, while the Panthers scraped by a Game Titans outfit on the Gold Coast. Penrith have been dominant at home, having won 21 games in a row, and despite a low-scoring game in their previous meeting, I expect the unbeaten Panthers to extend it 22 wins. Saturday afternoon, the Manly Sea Eagles play host to the West Tigers. Both sides are looking to bounce back from last week's defeats. Despite being a man down for almost the entire game, Manly showed amazing determination and tenacity to give Souths a run for their money and should be too strong for the West Tigers here, who struggled to get points on the board against the Dragons. In the second game on Saturday, Sydney Roosters take on the Gold Coast Titans in Mackay. Both teams have been far from their best in 2022 and is a must-win game for both sides. I was tempted to take the Titans here, but with Farfeta out and the Roosters' 8-game winning streak against the Gold Coast, I have to pick the Roosters to bounce back. Finally on Saturday, the third-placed North Queensland Cowboys take on the last-placed Newcastle Knights. The Cowboys showed what they are capable of, with a huge win over the Eels last week and are going from strength to strength. On the other hand, Newcastle are in a hole going backwards and haven't won since round 2. The Cowboys should be too good at home, but I think Newcastle show up for the contest. First up Sunday, the ever-dominant Storm host the Dragons at Amy Park. Melbourne have outscored their last 2 opponents 130 points to 12 and come up against a Dragons side that have now won 3 on the trot. With that being said, the Dragons have never won at Amy Park and tipping against Melbourne is criminal. Melbourne by plenty. And finally, the last game of round 9 sees the Sharks take on the Warriors at PointsBet Stadium. The Sharks suffered a shock defeat to the Broncos last week and will be looking to make a statement against a Warriors side that somehow completed at 59% against the Faders and still won. I think it's a close game with less than 40 points, but ultimately the Sharks come out on top at home. And those are my NRL tips for round 9. Let me know in the comments below who you're tipping and subscribe to support the channel, it's greatly appreciated.